It's Friday night. It's Friday night chill out, sanity session, beer 30. Time to relax, guys. You've had a hard week. Time to let all that frustration just drift away. Wash it away with a little water, iced tea, Kool-Aid, whatever you choose. I choose beer because beer is here, right here. But anyway, what else have I got to talk about today? Well, I think if some of you may have watched my video related to the Starlink thing that I've ordered, the Starlink device, okay? Should be here in 2 weeks. As I mentioned in the video, it's like $693, including the first month's service, which is $110. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You get a 30-day free look, and if you don't like it, you send it back. So it's a solution possibly for me, maybe. We'll see. And on that goes. But Friday night, guys, time to relax, have a beer, and enjoy your life the best way you can, because I can assure you that I will enjoy mine the best way I can, because I do me and you do you, and that's what makes this team work. It's like a well-oiled machine. So, also have a Pixel 6 coming in on Monday. I mentioned that video I did today, the driving video, and the one I did the other day, I noticed it kind of tries to focus on a lot of different things because it only has optical image stabilization and not electronic. The phone coming Monday, the Pixel 6, should be a pretty good improvement. We'll see about that on Monday. So, why do I do all these stupid things like order stuff that I may or may not need and then send them back? Well, because some of them may work. I mean, hell, if you don't try it, who knows, I mean, I tried an iPhone 13 Pro, and unfortunately, it was a wonderful phone. But unfortunately, the uploads sucked. So what else? Here's a quickie. I sent I sent the iPhone back to Apple using the FedEx label they sent me, which I had a hard time getting it to print out, but finally got it to do it. And then the next, I dropped it off. There's a Dollar General in Ruidoso that is a drop-off center for FedEx packages. They scanned it in, gave me a receipt, and with the tracking number on it. And then the next day, I tracked the package around lunchtime. It showed that it had been picked up and it was on its way. So today or this morning, I thought I'd just check the progress. Phew, it went into La La Land, Now, they don't know. So anyway, I called and talked to customer support, and they forwarded it to somebody that called me back. They're called a case manager. Anyway, the package is in La La Land. But I got to tell you this. That is between Apple and FedEx, okay? I delivered it. It was received. I have the receipt. So FedEx got it, okay? Now, if they fumbled the ball there, ain't my fault. So, yeah, in fact, FedEx did tell me that if it was lost, they'd file a claim. I wouldn't be out anything. So, for those of you that don't know how that works, if FedEx loses your return package or UPS, that's on them. You know what I mean? And this would be a good one. So, what else is going on in my world? Not a hell of a lot, guys. Just chilling out here. I've decided that I'm just going to call this my tiny home. And, yeah, because I've learned to live in it. I enjoy living in it. And so why in the hell should I drive myself nuts like I have, or I'm already nuts, and try to build a home that cost me $40,000 minimum, and, all that money gone. I could just enjoy it doing other things like wasting it on Starlink and beer. Primarily beer. God almighty, have grocery prices gone up? Jeez, I'm telling you, how would you like to be a man and wife with 4 small children? And you got to have 2 of them in daycare. I'll add that in for flavor. You know how much that cost you a month? That for each kid is $500 a month, I think, or more. So that's $1,000 plus groceries for you, the kids. You'd have to be making $200,000 a year to break even. I mean, shit, that's just to eat. That's not saving anything. But no, I don't know, man. I just, I think about those things when I go to the grocery store. And so, yeah, but, when I grew up, and I'll tell you a quick story, of course, we grew everything. We raised cattle, hogs, chickens, and, yeah, so we had all that. And, we butchered stuff and put it in the freezer. I know some of you old timers have. My mouth is getting dry, dry, dry. I'm sure yours is too. Here's to me. Here's to you. Should we ever disagree? Here's to me. But I have noticed this at the Walmart today. I noticed beer prices haven't gone up any. Good. They know how to handle things. But anyway, back to the farm, so to speak. Yeah, we butchered chickens and hogs and cattle or calves and stuff. And we had a freezer, a big freezer. Of course, there was 6 of us. There was 4 children and our parents. It's 6 people. And yeah, as far as buying stuff at the grocery store, very rarely. We bought pepper, salt, and mother usually got a few other things. But yeah, we even had a meat grinder. It was a manual. You had to grind it up. We could make hamburger meat. We'd mix in pork and hamburger. Yeah, we had good food when I was growing up. Big garden, and I had fresh stuff out of the garden. Not year round. I don't know about that. I think it was mainly in the spring through the summer and the fall. It kind of went downhill. But be that as it may, guys, all I can tell you is life is an adventure. If you make it an adventure, and it's up to you, it ain't up to anybody else. You do you, and everybody else does whoever. And I mean, I could do a lot of stupid. I've already done a lot of stupid things, but and I got something to look forward to now. I'm 76 years old, and I don't mean to beat you over the head with that, but it's a fact. And so I got the Pixel phone coming Monday or Tuesday next week, and then following week, hopefully I'll get that Starlink thing, and that'll work all right. And then on it goes. I'm already thinking now, what's next? Keep that old carrot out there. A lot of you probably can't even relate to that, but they say they used to put a carrot on the end of a stick that extended past the horse or the donkey's face that was pulling the cart, and you'd hang it out there, and the horse or the donkey would continue to try to get that carrot and pull the cart forward forever. And that's kind of the way humans are in the world today. There's a carrot out there, and millions of people are working real hard to get that carrot, but it keeps moving. You know what I mean? It, just as they get close to get a bite of it, it moves. And you're right on, what I mean? Just boom, boom, boom. And is that the way the world's been and is right now? It's been that way for thousands of years. That old carrot is old news. And this Starlink thing that I just bit into, is it's the old cooking the frog theory. They started off, they were $99 a month. They've already had their first increase in less than a year. They've gone up $10 a month to it's 110 even, 110 a month. And then, you stay with them 2 or 3 years, it'd be 130, 140, 150. They're just going to go right on up with inflation. And as their cost of doing business goes up, they just pass that right along to the customer. And, you call that inflation. You call it whatever you want to. What I call it is a plain old flat price increase. And, as long as my income is going right up with it and I'm able to continue to pay it, I may stay with it, because I watched some videos on YouTube about, the download speeds and stuff. Yeah, and it's awesome because, whenever you're watching a video, if you take your finger and move that little slider across, sometimes it goes boom, 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 before it actually gets to the video where you moved it to, the minutes you moved it forward. And but with Starlink, the guy was showing, he moved it forward, and boom, it was there. Boom, it was there. So, is that interesting? Do I need that? Oh, hell yeah. Boy, that's real important to me, man. Yeah, hell yeah. It's mainly exciting for people that are gamers, that, play these really complicated games that require a lot of data speed or a lot of download speed and upload too, I guess, because if they're playing with people around the world, which some people are, and what does that got to do with ordering Amy's chili? Nothing. I made myself a note to order some Amy's chili. So what else can I tell you guys? It's Friday evening, April the 29th, 2022. Where would you like to be April the 29th, 2032? Me, I say I would just like still be here breathing on this side of the dirt or whatever you want to call it, even though I'm going to be cremated. That would be my choice. Now, for some of you that are younger, it might be a good mental exercise to think, where would I want to be, or where do I want to be, or what do I want to be doing, and if you come up with something that's kind of interesting, well, start moving that direction. So, man, I'm telling you, the humidity here is what? Let me ask Dummy over here. Let me turn it back on.
The mic's back on.
Hey, Google, what's the humidity in Capitan, New Mexico?
The current humidity in Capitan is 7%.
7%.
The mic and camera are off.
Well, I turn her off all the time now. She's gotten real nitty, you know what I mean? This thing has got, I don't know, I think I've had this thing 3 years approximately. It is light years ahead of where it was 3 years ago. You look at this thing now and it'll do something funny, you know what I mean? Or if it isn't connected to the internet and you have the mic on or the sound on, it'll tell you, I'm not connected to the internet, Get over here and do it, that thing's ordering me around. So having said, tomorrow I'm going to show you, I've got a little invention here. I got the idea from a YouTube video, and I'll show it to you tomorrow for you guys that have phones without this little 3.5 millimeter jack for your external mic, because you can get an external mic and then you can put one of those dead cat things on, little hairy things, and if there's wind you can do videos without the wind getting in the mic. But with the Pixel 6 and the Apple phone that I had, they don't have that external mic port, and so you got to come up with something else, because the mic, you probably can't even see it. There's a little bitty hole over here on this side, over here, right in here. That's the mic, okay? That's it right there. And if you cover it, they make some covers that, they go like this. But the downside of that is it covers the camera, okay? And it covers it on the Apple too. How do I know that? Because I've got some of them. I think I threw them in the trash by accident, though. I think they were like $15. But hell, it was going to cost me $6 to send them back, because there's not an official UPS drop-off point really close here. There's not a drop-off point that uses that barcode. Okay, that's free with Amazon. If they can use the barcode to send the package back, it's free. But if they've got to print out a label and do all that stuff, they charge you $5.99. And what does that have to do with Beer 30? Nothing. So, guys, let me tell you. I'll tell you when I got my first bicycle story. Of course, we lived on a farm. There were no paved sidewalks, no paved streets, no paved roads. So if you had a bicycle, you were in for a rough ride anyway. But once you made it down the road to the little paved highway that went into Kennedy, Texas, it was all right. And of course, in town, it was really smooth. But getting there was hell. But enough said about that. I'd been wanting to buy. I was like, hell, I was getting on up there. I was like 12 years old, and my brother didn't have a bicycle either. And but anyway, one Christmas, my brother was 6 years older than I was. So when I was like, I don't know, 12 years old, whatever it was, he was 18. He was already working in town, had a car and all that stuff. So he certainly didn't want a bicycle, but I did. And so for one Christmas, it was crazy, man. It was right to the side of the Christmas tree. But it's like you can't see the forest for the trees. Well, of course, there were presents under the trees, under the Christmas tree. And, I was looking and stuff for things with my name on it. That's all you want to know is which ones are yours, And so anyway, we started passing out gifts. The kids do that. You hand the gift. You hear grandma here, and, get them all. Anyway, all the gifts were passed out. And I thought, shit, didn't get a bicycle. Hell, it was leaning against the wall right there by the tree. Sharp guy. I was a really sharp kid. Huh? But anyway, it was a big bicycle. It was a Swin. Got it at Western Auto. My dad did. And, it was a 1-speed. It wasn't however fast you could pedal is how fast you went. But it was a big one. It was like 26 inch. And I was a really short kid. I was the shortest boy in the freshman class. in Kennedy High School, or damn near it. Everybody was taller than I was, but then for some reason I had a growing spree, and I graduated. I was as tall as anybody. But anyway, to get on the bike, Daddy said, well, got your bicycle, and go out and ride it. Well, shit, great. How do I get on it? So anyway, my brother was there, and he said, here. So there was a mesquite tree that it came out of the ground about, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet, and then it forked. Perfect. So I climbed up there. I pushed the bicycle up there, leaned it against the tree, climbed in the tree, and then kind of pushed out and sat out on the bike, and kind of pushed myself with my arm, and went about 5 feet and fell over. That was step 1. And then step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not much improvement. You understand? Then I realized, I got another plan. Get the pedal in just the right position so that when you push off the tree, you can start pedaling and you'll make it. All right? It took me a while to learn that. I wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, okay? So anyway, I did. I pushed it off the tree, started pedaling, and away I went. The old front wheel just, like this. I went all over because the road was rough, and but I did it. And I rode from our house down to a county road, which was not paved, was about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile. And I rattled all the way down there without falling over. And then I got on the paved part, but it goes down the hill like this, and it tees at a highway, okay? A major highway at that time, 181. But it was a 2-lane highway. And so here I come down this old dirt-ass road down the hill, and then there's this 2-lane highway. And then across the highway, you go up another hill, and there's a railroad tracks. Anyway, so here I come rolling down the hill like Superman, and I'm thinking, boy, the wind's blowing in my face, and I didn't even have to pedal. I'm just rolling. Well, then it occurred to me, how in the hell do you stop this damn thing? Nobody told me. You know what I mean? But I figured it out real quick. That was the first thing I figured out, like that, because I was trying to pedal backwards, and it started locking them up, or one anyway. But anyway, I made it. I didn't kill myself, but I barely made the stop at the paved highway. But those are things you learn. But then I figured out to pedal a bicycle into town from our farm, which was 3 miles, was virtually nothing. You could pedal, I guess, I don't know how fast you pedal a bike, 8, 10 miles an hour maybe. But yeah, to get into town, it only took about 20 minutes, whatever, or 15, whatever, much faster than walking, And so, that was pretty neat. But before I got my bicycle, one of the things, and I remember it clearly, was I would walk into town, and all my buddies, every one of them had bicycles, every single one of them, except me. Okay, and but anyway, they'd be at somebody's house, doing stuff, playing games or doing stupid shit, and I'd go in and we'd visit a while, and then they'd say, well, let's go down to Seller's Drugstore, which is about 6 blocks away or whatever. Well, they'd hop on their bicycles and ride that. Well, here I come running along like a damn dog chasing a car. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was in damn good shape. I promise you that, because I ran along with them damn bicycles for 2 or 3 years, or maybe longer. God darn, so frustrating. It didn't, what was even stupid or crazier? I never even thought about it. It never occurred to me. I never asked my parents for a bicycle at that time. Never. Never. Never even thought about it. That's the way it is. They got bicycles, I don't, so just get ready to go, boy. But I have to say this. When I got into junior high and high school, they had track. I wasn't too good at anything else. I could play tennis, and, I could have played golf, but I couldn't get a set of clubs. And it's hard to play golf without golf clubs. But anyway, so I did track. I was a miler, and and then also I ran low hurdles and stuff like that. But yeah, I was good, because I was skinny as a rail. You know what I mean? I wasn't carrying much beef, but I had a lot of endurance. Yeah, I never did win like state or anything like that. I think the best I ever did was like 3rd in district or something like that in the mile. And but yeah, some of these guys, man, I'm telling you, man, they run a damn mile faster than you could ride a bicycle. What's that got to do with Beer 30? Everything. Here's to you. So if you ever see a kid, 10, 12 years old, and there's his buddies riding down the street on bicycles, and he's running along, panting like a dog, do him a favor. Go out there and say, hey, son, come here. You want a bicycle? You go, yeah. Buy him one. Right there. Buy him a damn bicycle. You'll feel good, and you've changed his whole life. I mean, shit. In fact, I saw a kid here the other day. But it was just one guy was on a bicycle, and there was a kid kind of trotting along behind him. They were going over to the school here, and I'm thinking, if he comes back by here, he's probably going to get a free bicycle. Okay, I did that one time too. I had a bicycle, I don't know, 10 speed that I'd bought in San Antonio that I never rode anymore, and it was in a storeroom somewhere, and I'd gotten my umpteenth divorce. So I had it in the back of my pickup with some other junk I was hauling to the place I was moving to after I got my divorce. And I pulled into a gas station, and there was a kid there sitting in front of the store. He was sitting in front of the store. And as I walked by, I said, "Son, you want a bicycle?" "Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah." And so I went in the back of that truck and I pulled that bicycle out. I said, "Can you ride this?" He said, "Hell yeah, I can ride it." So when he climbed on it, he rode around there a little bit, and he learned the gears and all that shit. Anyway, I said, "Well, you tell your mom and dad that I gave it to you." And so apparently he didn't live too far away, because a few minutes later, by the time I went in and got me 12 six-packs of beer and went out and started pumping some gas in my old '79 Chevrolet pickup, his mother was back with him. So they were in a car, and she pulled up there, and I guess he pointed me out. Anyway, she got out, and she said, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "My son here tells me that you gave him a bicycle." I said, "Well, he's telling you the damn truth. I sure did. You don't mind, do you?" She said, "No, I don't mind a bit. I'm glad you did, because we're kind of in tight right now. We can't buy him one." I said, "Well, he can have that one, and it's a damn good one." She said, "It sure is." She said, "In fact, I rode it." No, it was a good one. It was hell, I don't know, at that time, it was probably a $400 or $500 bike. It had everything you could have, But be that as it may, this is Rusty78609 telling you to enjoy your evening. And if you need a bicycle, contact your mother or your dad. Anyway, guys, thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime. Keep your sanity the best you can. And drink plenty of water, beer, whatever the hell you drink. Make life an adventure. I don't mean you need to spend yourself into poverty, but, if there's some little knick-knack you think is cute that you might enjoy, don't worry about cost justifying it. Just damn do it and enjoy it, okay? Anyway, guys, use the Amazon link. Keep your health. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And, don't let, God dang, protecting yourself from negativity is almost impossible, but try. But anyway, guys, adios. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk again tomorrow at Comment Call. Adios, amigos. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.